and never give me credit.
Yeah, and either one I'm okay with. that's perfectly fine. Here we go. Brawlhalla for game number 1. Kyna.
Oh, Fozey's playing Brent today.
So Fozey playing Brent and Kyna not leading with the Asuri. This is the Lucian that you were talking to me about.
Yes.
You said you talked to Kyna. He said he was really feeling confident with the Lucian, despite the game 5 loss that we saw him on the Asuri. And maybe that's why he's bringing it out here against Fozey game number 1.
I'm glad to see the Lucian, though. I expected him to lead with the Asuri like he was previously, but you and I saw in his stats alone, it was carried by the Katars. The Katars were the best thing that he did, even though he lost the set. So he's going to carry that over here with the Lucian pick, and then he's going to have blasters for a little bit more range.
Yeah, the risk that you take when running Lucian, despite all of the amazing movement speed, the defense, and then the fact that the dexterity is right where you need it to be to get all of the Katar follow-ups that you need. He's got that low force, and we've seen moments. All right, dealing recovery. Well, that low force doesn't really matter on Brawlhalla when you have blasters, but it means that some knockouts that Kyna is used to getting a lot earlier on Asuri could end up falling short, like we saw in the Nice match, where he just didn't get the knockout.
Where he couldn't close. But if we're looking at KO opportunities, of course, we have blasters that have consistent KO options. Oh, stage spiked. Can he confirm this edge guard while Fozey's still in yellow? He's going to get hit there, sent flying by the ground pound.
Nice. Fozey gets 2 spear ground pounds in a row, sent flying by the ground pound long before he could touch the stage. He had to drift towards the stage there or just fall down and lose that stock. So Fozey securing that, nicely done. And great spacing over that down sig read from Fozey. 2 sidelights on the dodge down, 3 sidelights. He's going to go for 4. I felt like it. D-light recovery? Are you kidding me? He got 3 sidelights into a D-light recovery and kind of takes a full stock lead over Fozey in game 1.
And this is why I wanted to see him on the Lucian after we saw the Asuri struggling. It's because of the consistent KO options on the blasters. And when he has Katars in his hands, he has a very strong signature kit. Has it on blasters, but also has it when he's on the main weapon Katars. So he has much more consistent KO options, which he was struggling with.
We don't talk about
Asuri.
blaster side thing, but other than that, they're pretty good. I mean, you can try to go for it for style points. That down, that ground pound from Fozey, not getting punished too hard. Worth going for him. The pogo into Nair. Huge damage coming up from Fozey. Gravity cancel side zig. Well, it's a high risk, high reward. You last so long there, and Kyna already blasted with the side. Let's get the neutral light. Goes to the read and dash jumps right into that down sig, but not enough force from Fozey to get the knockout there. Nice job. Second down sig. That'll do it, but severely damaged here in game 1.
That was a great D-Sig. Picked it up while he was stacked right on top of Kyna. He's opting back over to the axe, which we haven't seen too much of during this. He's going to throw that away, extend the string with the spear in his hands. You saw that side light. Fozey is very much in the red. Katar's coming out in Sig. That was an easy pickup for Kyna. Didn't have quite enough damage yet on Fozey to get that knockout. That's that lower strength coming out of Lucian. Tried to get that little hesitation before he went into the recovery after the neutral light, hoping the dodge comes out. By the time the iframes are done on that, the recovery comes out.
Kyna getting hit by that neutral light though. Side light. Oh, Fozey going for the dash back. Could have gotten a huge read there, but Kyna's not let him get that reset in the falling Sair. Not enough to knock out just yet, but Fozey surviving. Now, Brawlhalla, that's not easy to do. That neutral light into Sair. The neutral light actually sends him too far. He's able to jump out. The Nair almost has enough force to knock out
I want him to pick up. Okay, thank you. The blasters were just sitting there. And I was like, just pick up the blasters. You can KO with side air so much earlier. You don't have to get anywhere near him to KO with the side air.
And Fozey was clawing back in that game 1. I mean, with the Katars being there, we got to see the product of a low force legend right there, right? Losing one of the few characters with that base. Is it base 3?
Yes. No, maybe base 4.
It might be base 4.
I always forget.
I think it's base 3.
I think it's base 3.
Yeah, because Lucian is a lot of players I think were hesitant to pick up Lucian for a very long time because of that, and so they realized, okay, well, the force doesn't matter that much. His signatures are kind of loaded.
Oh, it is base 3.
It's base 3. So
I always opt into the strength stance.
Who doesn't?
For me, his default is 4.
Yeah, and you just get that nice ladder of 4, 5, 6, 7 because it pulls out of that movement speed, which I think is base 8. Fozey right away is just kind of like, okay, I tried the Bryn, I want the Lance, goes over to the Orion and gets destroyed.
This is why I was like, bro, there is a weapon spawn. There is a weapon spawn on stage. Why are you not choosing to pick up the blasters to finish this game? He's barely been hit.
Goes for the recovery here. Dare again. There's 3 downers into a sider. The Lance barely did anything before getting knocked out of Fozey's hands, and Fozey with a dive kick gets hit by the recovery. Not going to have enough damage there from beneath the stage, but Kyna with that neutral signature does get punished, stares him away. This time doesn't hesitate to switch to the blasters, so that downline sider is more than enough to eliminate Fozey's stock in under 40 seconds.
So we've seen 2 different KO options when you're basically like right on that corner. Before, in the previous game, it was 2 D-light recoveries, even though he was over near the edge. The reason he chose that that is because there was less damage on Fozey. You're going to have a much greater force with the D-Light recovery to take off the top, especially when we're on a map like small Brawlhalla that has a lower ceiling. If you're on Demon Island, he goes for the D-Light Sair on the end. He went for the D-Light Sair just now because he built up so much damage on Fozey that there's no reason to go for the more difficult to execute D-Light recovery. Just do the D-Light Sair. But Fozey, he is coming back, doing a fantastic job bringing this, turning around that insig.
Yeah, that neutral signature pressure was huge, and Fozey playing the Orion like he's playing in doubles, honestly. And that's such a great thing because when we watch Fozey in doubles, it's kind of like, are you the best player in the game? And look at that, Silent coming through there, punishing Kyna for going for that pivot nair. Has him off stage, Pogos are forcing him up, but Kyna with the down airs into nair. So smart, not fast falling, having enough time after that down air to be able to get that blast upwards as he lands onto the stage, tack on a ton of damage, and now he's a D-Light recovery away from taking Fozey out the top, but he switches over to the guitars, goes for the side zig, and Fozey gets some extra damage as that down zig does get punished hard by that recovery, taking him off the top.
Fozey even shook his head no after that one, knowing that that was not the right choice over on the edge. That gave kind of slide charge it. Yeah, probably, because that's just a bold move to take right over the edge. D-Light into the sidelight, trying to turn around, pivoting that dare. Kyna, if Fozey wants to play the vertical game, Kyna has neutral airs, man. He's got that for days.
No, he knew it wasn't going to knock out yet. That's more damage than
exactly.
D-Light, and this time I thought it was going to be the chase out recovery, but he goes for the nair instead. And oh my
there it is.
Dude, Fozey actually cannot land. It was every direction. He went left or right, and especially with the lance, when you move so much with a Sair or down air off of miss, he was sidelighting Fozey no matter what direction he chose. That was brutal. And
that's going to be largely in part to you don't have that Sair drift control on the lance like you used to have back in the day.
And we're going to see that highlight there, that neutral signature coming out after that whip was so fantastic with 500.
Yeah, look at the split there.
Damage on the blasters, HP, and Katars. I mean, we were talking about how Kyna is a Katar main, but at this point, the blasters are what's getting him the win against Fozey, and Fozey cannot adapt. It's now up to 2-0 for Kyna here, and Fozey bringing out a pick that I never thought I would say in bracket is the Hattori. Let's take a look at that. I think he reported Hattori. Okay, it's not even on his top 5.
It's not of his top 5.
So that means he's played it less than
legends.
2 times. At least reported it less than 2 times. Hattori coming out here to go up against Kyna on the blasters, and maybe this is Fozey's last-ditch effort to deal with Kyna's blasters, because loser of this is out at 13th. Winner of this goes to fight Experience for that qualifier match into the top 8 Sunday. D-Light sidelight nair. That's so much damage coming on the Fozey here. But he's back onto that really high movement speed to be able to match Kyna's movement speed.
Yes. He's trying to keep up with him. That's where you're going to have some more drift control in the air. You can kind of fade in and out. Oh, a wake-up D-Light. G seeing that D-Light. But Hattori is his 6th highest leveled legend coming out for Fozey at level 51. So he has some solid time on it. Core and Caspian are his top 2. What a crazy combo of top 2 for a top player to have. And Kyna gets the KO off the top about 48 seconds into the game. Has taken less than 100 damage so far. He's on his main weapon on the Katars, even though the blasters have really been doing work. I'm so glad to see this Lucian swap and how early he made it in game 1 of this set, because that was absolutely
nice chase dodge. And he
smart choice.
He gets the nair directly to the right chase dodge. You know, I think we might see more of the Katars in this matchup because it is sword spear, where he's a little bit more accustomed to fighting against them with this. Blasters, though, double nair. Oh, Fozey can't get down. Sidelights just to try to catch him on the ground there. Inches forward, one dare, gets the nair, double nair comes through. Kind of so fantastic with the blasters, catching Fozey every time he tries to go in, and that falling sider and a neutral light gets the Sair. No, he spot dodges it. Nice timing, but Fozey is still on the run here as that sidelight comes through and kind of almost gets the downlight sider to follow up.
This is why I love going to the dome. It's because of the down airs. It's because they think they're safe on the soft platforms. They can shark me around. No, you have the blaster's neutral air. What an amazing juggle option. It's such a safe move to throw out. It's a great defensive move. It's a great offensive move. And we're seeing it from Kyna. The vertical game from him is unmatched here. Fozey, if Fozey is above Kyna, like he does have spear dare, but if Kyna is above Fozey, Fozey doesn't really have much. He has the recovery, but the down air is going to come out beforehand.
Oh, and Fozey takes the first stock of this game 3. He has got a mountain to climb, because even if he can make this reverse 3 stock happen here, he has got to make that reverse 3-0 happen here. And Kyna's looked more comfortable against Fozey's Hattori than any of his other legends so far. With the blasters picked up again, I'm expecting a flurry of down airs. D-Light, nair, tries to get the sider and the dodge back, and Fozey's just trying to get something started here with the sword. Gravity catches the downlight right above the stage, dude, but I mean, why not?
His D-Light in the pivot blasters nair, no one's doing that. What even is that? Who's doing that? I've never seen anybody do that, I swear.
You can do it off of the gravity cancel most of the time, but he's getting it off of the ground.
Yeah, he's doing the grounded version.
Which is hard to do because you get a little bit of a window. Oh, is that it? Downlights, I don't know. He didn't get the recovery. But you get a little bit of a window to follow up afterwards, but this is looking like it's curtains for Fozey. I mean, one more Sarah. It's the weakest Sarah in the game, and yet it's still going to knock out at this point. Kyna doing so well that neutral is sending Fozey flying. And that's the game. Kyna sweeps the floor with Fozey there. That was brutal. And I have to remind myself, who knocked Kyna down in the elimination bracket? I think that was Java. We watched that game, right?
Java.
It was that 3-2.
Yeah.
Kyna's playing. The way that Kyna's playing, I'm just kind of like, I can't believe that he's lost a set.
Okay, so first, apologize to me. Say you're sorry. Say the Sparky curse is not real. Say it.
I'm sorry, Sparky. The Sparky curse is real.
Now apologize to Kyna because you thought that me saying words on Twitter.com is more powerful than one of the greatest players we've seen in recent memory.
We're not in top 8 yet. Okay?
I don't care. And you should apologize to Kyna for that.